What's going on, guys? In this video I'll be comparing my previous phone, the Galaxy S9 Plus, to my new phone, the Galaxy S10e. I'm making this video to show you a side-by-side on the size difference. The primary reason why I bought this phone because of its size, and I'll talk about the cameras, the battery, and the performance, directly comparing it to the phone there. So on the S9 Plus, we have a Snapdragon 845, 6 gigabytes of RAM, 64 gigabytes of storage. It has a 3500 milliamp battery. It's got an 8 megapixel front camera, and it has the little iris scanner up there. On the back, we have a 12 megapixel dual aperture main camera, 12 megapixel telephoto lens, and your rear mounted fingerprint sensor. On the side, we've got our power button. On the left side, we have volume and Bixby button. And on the bottom, we have our headphone jack, Type-C port that supports Quick Charge 2.0, and our speaker. On the front, it's a Quad HD panel, beautiful screen, very sharp, vibrant. Love the screen. Samsung makes excellent screens. Stereo speakers, which is an upgrade over the S8 Plus. Other than that, the only thing I can really tell you about the S9 that I didn't like is kind of got tired of the size. Obviously, why I'm going to the S10e. But when I had Oreo installed on this, I was running into some RAM issues where I was getting like 4% available RAM. It would get down to under 10%, and it was lagging and locking up to the point where I had to restart it every like third day. So that was something that just developed and was really annoying. And then I upgraded it to Android 9, and it totally did away with that problem. And then it was very fluid, brought it back to life. So thumbs up for Android 9 on this phone. Really turned it into a brand new phone. Excellent phone. Main reason, again, why I'm doing this is because of the size. This is more of a phablet, and for what I use it for, I really don't care to carry around a big phone anymore. So I'm going with a smaller phone. This has a 5.8 inch screen. It's a 1080 panel, full HD. It's also flat, which is awesome. Love the feeling in the hand. It's not curved on the sides, so it feels a lot better in your hand. Doesn't feel like it's just going to slip out. On the side, we have a side-mounted fingerprint sensor there. On the left side, we have our volume and Bixby button. What's cool about the Bixby button now is they let you remap it to any app you want. So I've got it remapped to my camera. I wish I can remap it to my flashlight, but it's pretty much any app on your phone. 10 megapixel front camera. We've got our little speaker grill right there. On the bottom, we have our headphone jack, Type-C port, again, Quick Charge 2.0. I still don't understand why they're not going to the 4.0 standard. Our speaker grill. And on the back of the S10e, we have our 12 megapixel primary camera, which is again the dual aperture. And we have a 16 megapixel wide angle lens, which I really don't care for. A lot of people, I guess, prefer the wide angle. I definitely prefer the telephoto. Taking portrait photos, that telephoto lens comes in handy. There's just way more use for what I use it for with a telephoto lens. So that's kind of something I wish they would have just gave me the telephoto and then had the wide angle on the S10 and S10 Plus. Camera's great on both these phones, so I'll just kind of give you a quick side-by-side comparison. It looks like it's about 1/2 inch, 5/8 of an inch shorter. The width, we're talking maybe 1/8 to 3/16 skinnier. The thickness is about the same. about the same thickness. This phone has the S10 has a 3100 milliamp battery compared to the 3500 on the S9 Plus. So you can definitely see the difference. A lot smaller phone, but more powerful. This has a Snapdragon 855 processor, 6 gigabytes of RAM, and Samsung included 128 gigabytes of storage on the S10e basic model. They also have a 8 gigabyte and a 256 gigabyte storage option for this phone as well. So that's pretty cool. And yes, it's kind of hard to see, but if you look at the camera, you can see that it does have a screen protector pre-applied, and it's very nice. It's plastic, but it's perfectly installed, of course. So hopefully that lasts a while, and it's really nice that Samsung's finally doing that. The only thing that I'm going to say that I don't like about this phone is that when you're playing music, you can feel the vibration in this whole area, pretty much the whole back of the phone here. You can feel it vibrating when you're listening to your music. So I don't really like that. You know, I don't feel that at all on my S9 Plus, so that's kind of weird. But other than that, the fingerprint sensor is very responsive. It's very quick. It's in a great place, you know, right there where your thumb is. Stereo speakers again on the S10, and it sounds great. It's got water resistance just like the S9 Plus. So cameras, they both take great photos. I can't tell the difference between the two. The only difference is this one has a telephoto and this one has a wide angle. So I mean, as far as the primary, as far as I'm concerned, they're the same sensor. Fingerprint, you know, that's way better, I think, on the S10e, the location, the speed, and the accuracy. As far as battery goes, I'm getting the same battery life, if not better, on my new S10e, and that's probably because it's got a 1080p panel and a 7 nanometer Snapdragon 855, so it should be a little bit more efficient. But really happy about that because of how small it is, and still getting the same or better battery life than I did on my larger phone. So that's kind of one of the pluses for the newer Qualcomm chip there. Performance, I mean, you're not really going to know on a day-to-day use. You're not going to see any performance difference. Okay, if you do some photo editing like Power Director, this thing does blow through Power Director, you know, editing your videos and stuff quicker over the 845. So it is a strong performer, and it is a more powerful chip. But on day-to-day use on your basic apps, you're not going to see any difference. So really no difference in the camera quality, no difference on the day-to-day usage. Battery, you know, again, is similar in a smaller package, so that's sweet. So really, I mean, is it worth upgrading? No, if that's what you're looking to upgrade for, but I upgraded it basically on the, you know, the sole purpose that it's a smaller phone and it's easier for me to carry around, easier to handle in a smaller package. So that's it. I was able to do the trade-in program. So basically I paid about 150 bucks to do the upgrade, which was pretty sweet. So I'll be shipping this back to Samsung here shortly. Other than that, it's a great phone. Definitely try it if you're looking for a little bit smaller phone. I know they have the more expensive options out there, but you know, for the price, you get a lot of bang for your buck. And directly comparing it to my S9 Plus, I definitely feel like this is an awesome upgrade. Like I said, really the only thing is the vibration that you feel when you're playing music, but I don't know if that's all the units or just my unit. It's kind of weird, but it is what it is. It's not a deal breaker. It's not the end of the world. Everything else I love about it. Not much else to say. Great phone. Hopefully you can try it out. Again, love the fingerprint sensor there. It's quick. It's on the right side. So hope this video helps you guys. Galaxy S9 Plus front camera. I'm recording in QHD. Looks pretty good. The S10 can record in 4K. This is a 8 megapixel sensor on the S9 Plus, and the S10 has a 10 megapixel sensor, so I'm anxious to see the quality difference. Both of them have really good front and back cameras. Just doing a short video on kind of what it looks like and what it sounds like. Microphones, comparing the microphones, how it sounds. I didn't buy the S10e to upgrade the cameras for, a camera upgrade. Bought it for the size difference. And the S10 has the Snapdragon 855, so that should be a pretty good performance improvement. But mostly for the size difference, I was looking for a little bit smaller phone, easier to carry around. That is the S9 Plus front camera in QHD. Now we'll go to the S10. What's going on? We're now on the Galaxy S10e camera. This is the 10 megapixel sensor, and I'm recording in 4K 30. Would have been cool if it did 4K 60, but 4K 30 is just fine. Looks really good on the screen. It's not saying much since it's a 1080 panel. Definitely, it's been nice having the smaller size phone. It really feels better in the hands. I'm going to do a little short review comparing the two side by side here after these videos. This is just a video demonstration on microphone test and front-facing video quality. Both phones have great quality, so again, it's not major improvement, but it's pretty cool to record in 4K on your front camera if you use it a lot. I don't use it at all, so it is what it is. Alright, that was a short video recording on the front-facing camera with the Galaxy S10e. Let's go do the review. What's going on, guys? This is Galaxy S9 Plus 4K 30 recording in H.265 codec. This is a video test and a video comparison. I'll be comparing it to my new Galaxy S10e. Both of them have really good cameras. One thing to mention is the new S10e can record in 4K 60 with no time limit. The S9 Plus has a time limit of 5 minutes recording 4K 60, so that's definitely a big improvement. As far as the pictures and video though, I'm not seeing hardly any difference in quality. Like I said, both of them are really good. So if you're just upgrading because of the camera, or you want a better camera experience, it's probably going to disappoint. But then again, both of them have really good cameras to begin with, so not worth upgrading. But definitely nice having that feature with no time limit, so you don't have to worry about starting and stopping in your recordings. The S10e also has HDR plus capability when you're recording in 4K 30. The S9 Plus does not have that feature. It's a short little video kind of showing some dark and bright spots so you can see how the phone handles it. And now I'll go to the S10e. This is recording on the Galaxy S10e in 4K 30 H.265 codec. Again, both phones, the S10 and S9, take great pictures, great video. Would have liked to seen a telephoto lens on this S10e. Instead we have the wide angle, which I really don't have a use for. I know the telephoto lens in the S9 really helped out on the portrait photos.